Came down to check cows. It's Thursday night. Tomorrow morning the vet's coming to semen test the bulls. And one of the heifers we're keeping, she's got horns. Yeah, we'll do them when they're smaller. When they get that big, we'll let him do them. And he can get in there and crimp off all the veins and all that good stuff. Yeah, a little better. He's going to be here anyway. This is that cow that number one reached in and preg checked again the other day. Now, I'm going to put it out there for you. That yearling heifer is not a slouch. That yearling heifer is 650, 700 pounds anyway. See if we can get a cow in the frame. That cow still has a calf inside her. They are not that much difference in physical size. This one was held over open last year. She was pregnant when we preg checked last fall. Obviously absorbed it or slipped it and we didn't see it. Well, we'll find out tomorrow. She's going to get preg checked again while the vet's here. You know, takes him 10 seconds. Just to make sure in case number one missed something. Her arms ain't that long and she's a big freaking cow. Currently she is scheduled to go into the slaughterhouse Sunday. But just how big she is. She's way too big. What I was getting at is, I don't know how much number one fed earlier for hay in this feeder. But what you can see there, that's about what was there. I just added some to it. There was roughly the same amount over here. You got a cow and a yearling heifer over here. There's 3 cows in that pen. The other one's around the corner. Her baby's over there eating. 3 decent sized cows. I mean, they're 1,300 pounds anyway. The tank here, she had her face up there to grab the bale before I ever got her near here. Granted, she didn't have access to hay since 9 o'clock this morning. But still, she's eating 60 pounds of hay anyway tonight. And she's still eating. That's where the economics comes in. It's not economical to have huge cows. She weans off 600 or 700 pound calves, and that's great. But how much it costs to get there? All right. I'll let you know how she turns out tomorrow. And maybe how the bulls do, too.
All the way! Bam, him up! Load! Up!
There's 3 go up. Load number 2. The young ones are locked up front, waiting for the vet to show. Then we get these 2 older ones. There he comes. Junior can be kind of a jackass sometimes. He's taking his sweet time. Get him up in the front. Get the other one in the back. Keep them separated because they've been separated by a hot wire. And that's kind of like the way we like to do it. I know a lot of people run their bulls together, but this way they don't fight. They know they each got their own couple of girls to go play with when it's done. And this year, I don't know, we're going to see. One of these 3 is probably going to go. Hate to do that. I mean, all 3 of them were bought last year for last breeding season, and we usually keep them a couple years. But I say, with the issues with the neighbors, we just don't have the room to run that many now. They used to run one group here on the home place and one group on theirs out of our front barn and the other group down the road out of their barn. Feed a lot of hay down the road because they didn't have enough pasture, but we also didn't run as many. We'd run heifers down there usually, so 12, 15 plus the bull. The other two groups were usually between 25 and 30 apiece, depending on what we had, usually. But anyway, I don't think you can hear the girls cussing right now. The dog got in the way, so. And this one's being a bigger jerk. Hopefully he hurries up and gets his butt over here. I didn't want to film loading these two all day. One thing about bulls, anybody that's played with them buffalo, you kind of know. They're going to do what they want to do. You just got to wait till they decide that's what they're going to do. Sometimes they're easy to work with. Sometimes they're a pain in the butt. We started, it's about 5:30 when the feeding got started this morning. It's 8:15 right now. We're not doing too bad, but the vet's supposed to be here at 9. Probably the first stop of his day, so he could be here anytime after 8:30. He knows we gotta shuffle critters around this morning. But he also knows that, we're always ready before he gets here. It's very rare that we're not. Once in a while, though, like right now, if this guy's going to be a jerk and not get in the trailer, it could very well be 9 o'clock before I back over by the chute. Who knows? It's been known to take an hour to get one out of this pen and through the hole and in the trailer. Little things that get annoying. But we don't have the best setup back here for doing this. It works, but, the best setup is a barn full of little pens. And oh, look, here he comes. That's what we're looking for. Right there. Right there. And after that's latched, that's when we relax. Yeah, too much light outside. Well, it's Friday afternoon. He tested great. He's the actually younger of these two right here. But hey, he tested great. He, on the other hand, who was a bull that we bought after semen testing and finding we had one that didn't test at all last year, and literally went out, got a bull from some friends, last one they had. He was proven. He'd bred a couple of cows was all. He didn't test worth a damn. So, guess who's leaving? Instead of running 3 bulls, which was going to be kind of a pain to split up into 3 groups here anyway, we're only running 2. The others, it's too damn light to see out there till I get outside. The 2 yearling bulls, one of them's just barely over 12 months. He's shooting blanks, which could simply be just because he isn't old enough yet. The other one, who is a whole 10 days older than he is, passed with flying colors. And the other young bull out here, who's about 1.5 years old, he passed with flying colors. So, okay, we got 3 bulls that all test great. I can't get there from here. The problem is we lease a bull to the college every year too. So one of them has to go there. There they are. It can't be a little shaky. I'm just going to zoom in. So the one standing up that's moving right now, he's the one that didn't test. The other 2 test great. Yeah, I was kind of hoping he was going to test good because he's out of one of my old cows who we have kept 5 or 6 bulls out of her over the years. Used 2 of them for herd sires ourselves. But, hey, it is what it is. Being down on numbers, each bull here will have they'll have about 28. Won't be any more than 30 for each of them, but it is what it is. Explains why when we got that one right there last year and put him out, he didn't get any bred for a month. He only had 4 open out of him. but we only had like 5 or 6 open total last year, mostly from him. And he wasn't overloaded for his age. So it is what it is. And that big freaking cow. Yeah, number one's arm just isn't long enough. The vet we use for that, his arm is, a good 10, 12 inches anyway, longer than hers. And he was able to feel in far enough. He says, yes, she is pregnant. She's about a month from having a calf, which kind of blows away the date we had before, because she was due like the 18th of January. So she's not going for hamburger. Instead, we're going to ship her 2 daughters that we kept. One's a coming 2-year-old and one's a coming 3-year-old. Both of them are open, so they're both going to go for hamburger. We talked about taking that bull for hamburger, but now he'll go to the yards instead. They still got to get rid of all those other heifers yet before we can even turn the bulls out. So there's our bull story for today. And say that big cow, she is pregnant. He says, I'm pretty sure those were hind feet I finally found. So, and it's big enough it's not going to turn around at this point. So it'll be backwards. It happens. We've already had one backwards one this year. At least this one we know she should be backwards. Don't think it's going to turn around. So, hey, life in the fast lane. And, yeah, the other big yearling heifer, she got her horns knocked off. He had to work a little bit at that. Actually, went better than I thought. Wasn't too bad. Didn't have much blood or nothing. And she no longer has horns. We're going to keep her inside for a couple days because they get in these big bale feeders and they stick their head in there and start butting her out. And she don't need to have all that crap going in those holes in her head. Let them heal over and scab over good first. Then we don't have any issues with it. So that's my story for today. Number 2's boyfriend came back up from Georgia. Came in last night, so he's here. I think we're going to go up to my in-laws for a little bit this afternoon or this evening, and they don't know about him yet. And my wife is pretty adamant that number 2 make sure and introduce him before they find out from someone else that she's got a boyfriend, especially one from that far away. And they're doing good. He helped out today some. So, yeah, that's like 62 degrees out. Sun's shining. It's supposed to either rain Sunday or Monday and rain all week. And hopefully we'll get the rest of the neighbors' stuff buttoned up fairly soon. I still got some equipment around here I got to shuffle around. I mean, you can kind of see out over there. Yeah, I can't move anything around there because it's all crammed, literally crammed in there. The 2 tractors with the manure spreaders are right against the big bale barn, kind of to the left. Hey, looky there, no more horns. Dehorn them a little younger and they don't end up with a square head. She's still going to have a square head. And we brought her in yesterday because, well, she was dripping milk. Her udder's still full, still no calf, but number 1 came in after lunch and she had a hoof showing, but just one out a few inches, and the other one wasn't anywhere to be seen. So we are going to see what we can do about that once we throw some straw in here and see if she'll calm down and stick a hoof out again. Hey, another one. One foot was back.
Push, Mama.
And turned back.
Yeah, push.
So
Push.
here's what we're to now, and they're decent sized hooves. In case you can't tell.
I know.
I think number 2's taking a nap, so
Push.
I ain't gonna be able to film too much. I'm gonna have to do some pulling.
Nothing yet.
We'll get you back. All right, folks, there it is. Nice heifer calf. It's only been, I don't know, we pulled about a minute and a half probably. It was a pretty good pull, but wasn't too bad. Mama was a screaming. But you know what? Those legs weren't out. She wanted up, but she still was tied over to the feeder and she was down. Which the wife got her untied and got her around. So this should be number 13. Lucky number 13 out of the size cow I'd rather have. I don't know if she ain't over maybe 1,100 pounds, if that. That's a nice size. And look at, she's still full of slime. Oh, I washed my hands off first. And now Mama wants to check out the water. She says, well, you got water. I could use that to wash the calf with. No, she's a good mama. She is. That calf better be hungry because she's still dripping milk. So 2 days of dripping milk. So, alrighty, there you have it. Friday the 20th. Calf number 13 on the ground. And she got a little white spot, 2 little white spots on her neck. Thought maybe she might have been redneck there for a minute. No, she wasn't all the way out. Was lifting her head up, turning back to look at Mommy to say, come here and clean me, Mom. That's the way we like them. Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching. Maybe some more later. If not, hey, hit the like and subscribe. More babies for Murphy to see.
My favorite Australian.
Yeah, number 1 says her favorite Australian. I'd let you watch a lot more, but I got enough to go with this one. It's probably too long anyway. I don't know. So, like I said, hit the like, subscribe if you haven't, leave a comment. I do get back to everybody so far. Channel's getting bigger and bigger, and I'd like to also, hey, thank you to everybody who's subbed recently. Oh, Detweiler did a good job getting me some more, and Straight Pipes and Rock and Robbie, they both shared a video I did trying to help somebody else out. And I'm sure I probably got a few from them too. So thank you very much for showing up, and thank you guys for the shares and the shout outs. I appreciate it. Yeah, cut the tail while you can. One thing about it, Mom's occupied. She don't care what you do with her tail. Usually. Sometimes they'll play ring around the rosy with you, but for those of you that don't know, we cut the end off their tail so we know who has calved and who has not. She probably cut that one a little long. We go feel down till you find the end of the tailbone. Yeah, she got a longer tail. Go till you find the bone and get far enough past it, you don't cut the end off. Sometimes they don't quit bleeding when you do that. Well, they will, but it takes a long time, and you got a big mess in the barn. Usually you're kind of splattered because you're too close to it. So, yay. Thanks for watching.